What's going on, everybody? Glitch God back in the building, and today's Money Making Sunday. Everybody, NFL playoffs is in full action. We got the Eagles coming up with the Rams. 3 o'clock, that's in about an hour and a half, so let's try to get this out a little bit quicker. We also got the Bills and the Ravens coming up, too. It's going to be some pretty good games on today. So let's just jump into it, and I'm going to give you my little personal thoughts on what's going to happen. Triple M, Money Makes Money, the Discord. You already know what the deal is. Click the link in the bio or drop a comment down below to get in there. Free plays every day across every single sport. So, let's get into this NFL action. First up, we got the Eagles and the Rams, y'all. Now, I was back and forth on this game, but honestly, as a Cowboys fan, it was hard to do this, but I had to pull the trigger on the Eagles -6. I just think the Eagles get it done. It's going to be freezing conditions over there. It might not snow, but even still, I don't think Matt Stafford's going to fare too well in the freezing cold like that. And then we got Saquon Barkley. I mean, Saquon Barkley is having a historic run this year, and I think that he just goes nuclear in this game as well. Also, Matt Stafford, he likes to rely on passing the ball, right? Well, the Eagles are a top 5 pass defense over the last 10 games, and it's just going to be a brutal game for him. I think that no one can stop Saquon. Hopefully, the Rams don't contain Saquon, because if the Rams can contain Saquon, I don't know if I trust Jalen Hurts to get this done as far as passing and winning the game as a quarterback. I think that Saquon is a huge piece to this Eagles team, but I don't think anyone's getting Saquon contained today. So I'm just gonna have to go with the Eagles -6. They're playing in the frozen tundra, right? And I think the Eagles get it done. Now, aside from that, I do like some props in this game. I was looking at a couple different props, so let's jump into a couple of those. Now, first up, we're gonna look at the field goal kickers. I mean, both field goal kickers in the last Chiefs game, they both cleared before halftime. Field goal kickers are a cash cow in the playoffs. A lot of people love field goal kicker player props, and that's what we're gonna look at. We're gonna look at Elliott over 1.5 field goals, and we're going to also look at Josh Carty over 1.5 field goals. Jay the Plug actually gave out Josh Carty as his free play, one of his free plays for the day. So we're going to look at both field goal kickers over 1.5 field goals. Next up, we got a very public play. I hate taking public plays, but sometimes it's just the right play to play. So Saquon Barkley, I think he goes nuclear, over 110 rushing yards. I think he just goes to town on this Rams team, and you can't get in front of legacy and history, and this is a historic run, and I think he has a nuclear game today. So Saquon Barkley over 110 rushing yards. Next up, we got Goedert over 3.5 receptions. Now, I think this is a very manageable number. If you go and look at the stats, I believe he's hitting this over the last 5 to 10 games. I think he's at like a 70-80% clip. So I do like Goedert over 3.5 receptions. I don't see a whole lot of passing in this game. Like I said, I think it's a very run-heavy game on both sides. But Goedert over 3.5 receptions is worth a look. And that wraps it up for this Eagles and Rams game. And now we're going to jump into this Ravens and Bills game. Next up, we got the Bills and the Ravens, y'all. Now, I can't even tell you what the right side to be on with this one. I think it's pretty split with the public. But honestly, I took the Ravens main line just because I want to see Lamar Jackson win. I think he deserves it. I just like this Ravens team. South Florida native. I got to go with the home team here. Now, Bills are at home and an underdog. I think they're pissed off about just that alone. But there's no way to really call what this is going to be. There is a pretty big stat that's floating around that in the playoffs, any team that's an underdog of 3 points or less has become victorious or covers the spread in like 90-something to like 60 is that line. Something around there. I mean, don't kill me on the actual number, but pretty convincing number, but I still pulled the trigger on the Ravens. It just felt right. And like I said, I gotta go with my home team, South Florida, Lamar Jackson. I want to see him get it done. I honestly think it's going to be Eagles, Ravens in the Super Bowl, but that's just something I want to see the two huge running backs going head to head. But as far as the side goes, I took the Ravens main line, but I couldn't talk you off of either side. But I am looking at some props in this one. First one I'm looking at is Lamar Jackson over 217 passing yards. I think he does get over this number in this game. Small lean on that, though, because, again, this is going to be a crazy game. I don't know how it's going to play out, how the game script's going to go, but I do think he gets over this, whether they run it quite a bit or not. This is not a huge number for him to try to get over. Now, other one I am looking at is the Derrick Henry over 65 rushing yards. I think he wants to make a statement. but the line is at 64. Now, if you look at his last couple games, he's went well into the hundreds. I don't see why it's this low. That's the only thing that scares me off of it. It's like, does Vegas know something that we don't know? And that's just the only thing that's kept me from actually betting that. I'm still looking at it. I might bet it before the game starts, but over 65 rushing yards, I don't think that this is a lot, especially for a game like this. I think Lamar does use Henry to kind of set the tone so he can kind of get the more comfortable passes going. But like I said, I don't know why it's that low. Things like that kind of scare me when I see him. Maybe I'm just superstitious. But I do like Jackson over the 217 passing yards, and I may pull the trigger on that Derrick Henry over the 64 rushing yards. And that pretty much wraps it up for these NFL games today. My personal thoughts on them. So hopefully y'all make some good money today. It's going to be an exciting game to watch some football. And I am going to get some NBA picks out for you guys and some leans in another video as well. So once again, Triple M Money Makes Money, the Discord. Drop a comment down below or click the link in the bio. We're doing free plays every day across every single sport. And we also have some amazing premium picks that are going on every single day. So with all that being said, man, blessings to all you guys. And I will see you guys in the next video.